YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back, and Byron Jones is the free agent cornerback we're talking about today. We're going to find out in this video where he's going to go. A lot of options here on the board, potential landing spots. There actually could even be more that aren't on here. Maybe the teams are a little limited cap-wise. Maybe that's why they're not on here, but we're going to break it down. Before we get started with it here, the Goat House Podcast, something brand new. 2 episodes in, Spotify, Apple. You can check it out. There's a link down below. Looking to add more to that. If you go to our Patreon, which you'll find a link in the description as well, you can get the podcast in video form as well as extra NFL content. We have 2 channels here. Our second channel is somewhat new, the Goat House Plus. You'll find a link down below. Please subscribe to both. We have free agency content on the Plus channel as well. Would help us out a bunch if you subscribed and followed our Twitter, Instagram, daily posts, always talking football, answering any questions. You'll find the links for those social media pages down below. Back to Byron Jones, the cornerback from the Cowboys. A lot of teams up on the board. Junior, you seem to be the guy that starts us off here.
I'm the leadoff man.
You're a leadoff?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you taking off?
Well, this is interesting because I think Byron Jones is going to get paid.
He's going to get paid?
He's going to get paid, but then it's kind of like a matter between, because obviously a lot of the teams that aren't competitive are going to be able to pay him more because those are normally the teams with more cap. But I don't see him going to a bad team. I see him wanting to be competitive or maybe some type of duo somewhere. Being part of a duo is always nice. I don't know. I'm going to take off the boys. I'm taking them off early.
Taking off the boys.
Taking off the boys. I just think that if I'm the Cowboys, I'm prioritizing Dak and Amari, and I just think that should be where they put their money.
Yeah. While maybe they're focusing on those guys, maybe he could be gone.
He can sign fast.
He could be gone. I think the Cowboys actually could make it happen, get all 3 back. It's just you're not going to be able to do like anything else, and maybe for a long time too. So that's kind of the negative there. I know you do want Byron Jones back, and they do have Robert Quinn as a free agent as well, a couple other guys. So tough situation for the Cowboys, but the good news is they do have cap space. Just a little surprised you took them off the board that early. We have a rule here. Somebody can bring a team back if we get to the end. Yeah, so we'll see if anybody brings the Cowboys back at the end. I'm going to go ahead and take off the Falcons. The Falcons just don't have the cap space. There's some other teams maybe not listed here, Saints, Vikings, Chiefs, that would love Byron Jones like the Falcons. They just don't have the cap space. So we're going to take off the Falcons real quick here.
We're going to go with the Bears here.
You going to take the Bears off?
Yeah.
Why, Pete?
They don't really have much cap space, and I think Byron Jones is going to get paid.
Yeah, Pete, where'd you hear that one, Pete? I just said that.
Hey, how much cap space do the Bears have? 17 mil?
Give or take.
That's before they make
how
all
much,
their final
How much is
cuts
Byron
and stuff.
Jones going to make per year? 15 to 16, 17?
17,
That's
18,
what I'm saying.
19, 20, 21,
Ain't
22.
gonna happen.
Oh, man.
Who are you going next?
Yeah, this is tough here. Go ahead and take the Dolphins off. I know they got cap and they can pay them. I just think that they're not really appealing when it comes to being a destination. Not yet, at least. They got a long way to go before they're able to bring these big names in as free agents. A lot of these smaller market teams that are not good and they're just young, I don't know, you don't really have a shot at some of these bigger name free agents.
A lot of good ones up here. Lot of good ones. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take off the Seahawks. The Seahawks have a good amount of cap space, but they also have free agents of their own, like Clowney. If they don't get Clowney back, maybe look out for Yannick Ngakoue trade, somebody like that, or they'll just replace with another free agent pass rusher. But money will be spent at the pass rush position, basically my point. And then you got a couple interior defensive linemen they want to resign, and I think the most important thing is getting those good players back, but also looking at the offensive line. The offensive line needs to be better, so I just don't think they'll be able to spend big on Byron Jones. They also have a pretty solid cornerback duo as it is. They can get better. I like Griffin and Flowers. I mean, best case scenario, you find somebody better than Flowers potentially, but it's not like they're gonna lose games because they don't go out and get a corner. They're okay at the position. So I'm gonna take the Seahawks off there.
Pete?
Ooh, this is tough. We'll go with the Broncos.
Taking the Broncos.
They just traded for.
That'd be a nice duo, though.
They did trade for Bouye, and they got Chris Harris Jr. to deal with. I don't know what they're going to decide on him, but
We'll find out in the Chris Harris Jr. video.
Yeah.
Ooh.
it's going to be tough just to put a lot of money in the cornerback.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take the Browns off here. Like you were saying, we brought up, what was it, the Seahawks that are already pretty good at the cornerback position. I think that the Browns are good at the cornerback position. They're young. They just kind of need to develop, and bringing in Byron Jones, who I would consider a veteran in this league, I think you're just going to kind of throw off that dynamic, and I would not do that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
See that word choice?
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
I mean, all these are good. I'm going to take off the Bengals. The Bengals are rumored to be they're going to spend quite big, but they don't have a ton of cap. A decent amount of cap, don't have a ton. Sounds like AJ Green's going to get the tag, which pays a lot for a receiver. That's going to be a cap hit. It'd be nice to know if Andy Dalton was going to be there or not right at the moment of recording this, because that saves a lot of cap space. Are the Bengals the most appealing spot to go to? That's for Byron Jones. It's another thing, if they just pay the most, and they very well could go there. But I'm gonna take him off. I think he lands somewhere else.
Okay.
We're going to go with the Chargers.
Taking the Chargers off.
I think their defense is already pretty solid. I mean, it could get better at corner, but it's just a lot of money to invest on defense. They're going to have to pay a lot of their younger players coming up soon.
All right, no more Chargers.
Go ahead and take these Raiders off for me.
I
I like the fit. Hey, I like the fit, but the Raiders, I'm a sucker for a good rumor, and the Raiders are rumored into a lot of big name free agents. So
I've heard they're going hard for Byron Jones. I don't know what to believe and what not to believe at this point.
They're in almost every rumor.
It's true.
So I don't know.
Trading Derek Carr. They're keeping Derek Carr.
Them and the Jets.
They're getting Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Mariota.
They're doing everything.
They're drafting a quarterback. They're trading for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Right. They're trying to get Elmer Fudd.
That'd be a good pickup.
You pull him from the MLB. That'd be impressive.
He still plays baseball?
We're not that dumb. Should we clarify?
We'll just continue. We're gonna go ahead and continue. Forget it happened. Let it go. We're gonna. Whose turn is it? Mine.
Yeah, it's
mine.
yours.
Let's see. All right, get the Lions out of here. Get them out. They need somebody else with Darius Slay.
What if they trade him though?
There's also the Darius Slay rumors. The trade rumors. They're also linked to Jeff Okudah in the draft. I don't know if they actually go that route, but I think it's unlikely. I think a lot has to happen, or a lot has to stay in place maybe, because I just don't see it. It's the Lions are all over the place right now. Are they trading Slay? Then if they trade Slay, they get another veteran that's kind of like on the same level as him. If they don't trade Slay, they're going to take Okudah, then they don't need another corner. I don't know their route here, but I'd say it's more likely it goes to one of these other teams.
Okay. Pete?
Oh, man. Let's get rid of the Jags.
They cleared up some space, though.
They did, but
they can
they
still
have a
clear
lot
up
of
more.
other holes on defense. That defense fell apart.
It's tough because they may go just young, especially at the cornerback position. But it would be a hell of a move if they traded A.J. Bouye. I mean, they did that already, and they cleared up some space and then used that money for a better corner. Like, that would be a pretty good move. But it's kind of got the feeling they're more in that rebuild route, but can't really tell with them, Who you got? Who you taking off of them?
Take off the New York Football Giants.
Ooh.
I don't know. I've been getting wrapped up in these Jadeveon to the Giants rumors.
They're linked to. We need to get them off the board. I don't know what the guy.
They're another team like the Raiders, linked to a lot of these free agents, and obviously we don't know what to believe. A lot of it's smoke. A lot of it may be true. We don't know, but I got them as probably a big spender, and I don't know. They're gonna land some other big names. Potentially, wink, wink.
You're taking some good teams off the board here.
Well, good thing we can bring one back.
That's good
for this corner, Byron Jones.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead. Let me get the Colts. Let me get the Colts out of here. A lot of cap space. They do have some solid young corners. They could get better at corner. I think they use their cap space elsewhere. Maybe a pass rusher, interior defensive line, and they got to pay Anthony Costanzo as well. So very possible, but I'm going to take them off the board here.
Oh, I don't know now. This is tough. Is Texans getting Roby back?
Perhaps.
Ooh.
I don't know if they liked. I don't know what they always try to pick up
They
corners.
got a good mixture of corners.
Yeah, it's weird. I could see them going there though, but let's take the Bills off.
Taking the Bills off.
I mean, they already have one of the best corners in the league. I think they have a pretty good young group there. I think they just need some. I think they need some pass rush really. Complete the defense.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Eagles off here.
Ooh.
Again.
How about that one?
Okay. I have a team in my brain, and if they're not that team, they're coming off the board. I'm sorry. That's just how it works here in the free agency.
But the
department.
Eagles are heavily linked to Byron Jones.
Right, but they're not my pick.
I'm actually going to agree with you taking them off the board.
Thank you.
Because it's a big need. It's time for them to go big. They're always kind of getting these mediocre corners and
Right.
these young corners. It's time for them to go big, but future cap is tight. They're okay this year. Future cap's tight. So how are you going to sign a guy like this long term, you know? And I feel like they can make it work. They can figure some things out, but I think they're going to have to go a little cheaper for the future in terms of their corner and free agency. So I would actually agree taking them off. But
Thank you.
It's really the time that they need to go the route of, all right, let's stop messing around with these idiots. We need to get a proven corner. So
Ditch the zero, get with the hero.
right.
Right.
Are you taking off?
You're up.
I already went.
Oh, I'm
It's
off.
You.
You're going again. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take off the Texans. They're always looking for corners.
How dare you?
They could get better here. They do got some guys that could step up. Lonnie Johnson maybe can step up, but I don't think they'll spend their space here. They could go like the edge. They don't have a first-round pick either, so they could spend their money on the pass rush route in free agency. They also need of a running back perhaps. So, yeah, it's possible. I'm going to take them off, though. Jets, Redskins. There's anybody we want to bring back?
Yeah, I'll bring the Eagles back.
Oh, you're bringing the Eagles back. Is that your final pick?
That's what I'm gonna go with. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Eagles
Okay.
fans are –
They're loving you.
if they stuck with us through the end, maybe they might have just shut off the video.
Right when I took them off.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to put them over here. That's
It's important to watch the video.
It's important to watch the whole video, so if you shut it off –
or comment angrily and then shut it off because we've had those.
yeah. You idiots! Why did you take the Eagles off? But
Right.
they didn't know.
They didn't watch the full video.
We brought him back. Well, Pete brought him back. So Pete's picking the Eagles. You're not worried about the future cap? They got a lot of money tied up for the future.
They'll figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
They've never been afraid to spend money.
I mean, people are talking about bringing back what's his name, Mills over there, and he's just always up and down though.
Oh yeah. I'm only bringing him back if he's cheap.
That's what I mean. Like people are saying like they should bring him back. Well, I mean, look where that got you. Like they struggle in the secondary. I think they really just need to. You always see it all the time. Like big time free agents always go to like division rivals, and I think this is kind of one of those that's going to happen.
Speaking of which, Pete,
I mean, I was feeling the Skins a little bit, but I think Byron would rather go to a team that's more competitive than the Skins. Sorry, Redskins.
well, Pete, my pick's the Jets here.
Oh,
Yeah, a little curveball.
well, that didn't work.
Well,
I think the Jets have a potential to build a very scary secondary / defense in general. And they've never been afraid to spend money, or at least commit to money, even if that was then taken from them. Anthony Barr.
true.
But
They paid Tremaine Johnson. What was that? Was that last year or was that 2 years ago?
Might have been
that was
two.
It was a few years
Was
ago.
it really?
Yeah.
It seemed like it was so recent.
Well, we can remove the Redskins then because that's not my pick.
Oh.
I think they're going to be looking to get better at corner. And then they go with a different corner. We'll do a video on them. That's my pick. I think they're going to go with a different corner. It's tough. I kind of want to, I still really haven't made up my mind, to be completely honest. I kind of want to bring a team back here. It's between the Jets and the Raiders. I think the Raiders don't really have to spend big, and they, in a lot of spots, they could use another safety. They could use linebackers, but how much are you really going to spend on free agency on a linebacker? Multiple linebackers, maybe just one. So they could spend big here at the cornerback position. They got some young guys, but they want a veteran guy on the outside. The Jets, they're a corner and a pass rusher away from being maybe an elite defense. I think at the very least a great defense on paper. They got to stay healthy. So the Jets could go and spend the money here. You know, I was gonna go with the Jets going into this video, but the Jets also have to spend money on, like, you know, all across the offensive line, the receiver position, edge rush, corner. You know, the Raiders really don't have to spend a whole lot in a whole bunch of spots, so I think they can make Byron Jones that appealing offer. So we got a 3-way split here. Eagles, Jets, Raiders. Pigskin Pete going with the Eagles. Junior going with the Jets, and myself, Riz, going with the Raiders.
Interesting.
I was feeling the Jets coming into this, though.
We let me down. We could have 2 for 1 apiece.
So, yeah, we could have. Still back and forth. Jets, Raiders. Heard the Giants have interest. The Redskins could, too. I think they go a different route. But, yeah, interesting one. We got a 3-way split. Too bad Danny's blowing it. Danny not here.
He could have. We can call him.
I mean, he could have decided the 3-way tie.
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it, so blame Danny, but, well, I guess it's a good thing. You get a variety of picks.
Right, but we always want the deal breaker here at the Goat House.
Yeah. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please like the video, subscribe to both of our channels. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and check out that podcast. A lot going on here at the Goat House. We got constant NFL action throughout free agency. We'll react to all the signings, make breakdown and grade videos, and we'll have full coverage throughout the NFL draft as well. So hopefully you're back with us for all that content. That's going to do it for this one, though. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.